I'm going to give you an astral projection report. This report is because of an observation that was made. I said that I was doing an experiment of moving a little matchbox. The person asked me, "Why didn't you film it?" That was an idea. He gave this idea so that we could see the effect happening. That's a good idea. I think it's very nice. The thing is, I've done a lot of experiments that were filmed, or with sound recording, in order to register them. These experiments I did with matchboxes. That's going to sound very surreal. I did the same thing. I got the matchbox. First I put it completely, with all the matches inside it. And I did the experiment. With my astral hands, I tried to move it. I've done it several times. I didn't do it just once, but nothing happened. I didn't give up and said, "This has to work somehow." We generally start doing something, and if it doesn't work once, twice, we think it won't anymore. I mean, you have to know that those times it didn't work out, but it might in the future. Then it's a total success. I used to put the little matchbox full of matches, but it didn't work. Then I thought, now I'm going to empty it, because I don't think I'm able to give the necessary thrust. When I had this experience through astral projection, what happened? In one of the experiments, without the box, and after having tried a few times, I wondered, am I doing this the wrong way? That's not possible. I took the matches out of the matchbox. I was trying, the box got lighter, and it should at least fall. I kept thinking, I'm going to continue doing it, but maybe I need to figure out the right way to do the experiment when out of the body, to get a result I can record, and see that the result was worth it. I went on making a table of notes for this type of event. Then, one day, it happened. I was more unconcerned, because I was putting my energy into it. I was doing a lot of things, but the box wouldn't drop at all. But one day, I decided, I would find a way, and do it so as not to lose the experience. But then, the box was thrown against the wall. I said, wow, now I have to find out what I did. I see that some experiments we do, that work, they have variables we don't know. The universe is full of variables. There are many variables. I thought that since I was more carefree about moving the astral hands while out of body, maybe that had created a greater force somehow. That was the time. Then, I kept trying and I couldn't. Another fine day, I had eaten some food. I recorded everything I did. If I ate something and it worked, I have to know. I can't forget. What did I do during that day? I saw all the situations. I was fed in a certain way, and when I did it again, it happened. In other words, the movement, the attempt to make a movement from the spiritual world to the physical world, made the little matchbox fly. I thought, I couldn't understand that properly. Why was I not getting this result? Okay. I kept doing it. I actually did it for a long time, kind of following my father's example. He spent 2.5 years playing chess by himself. He against himself. Anyway, he discovered something very important. I said, if I don't find out anything, if I don't get anything, I'll have to learn something from it. And I carried on experimenting, eating the same food that had worked one day. But nothing happened. I kept thinking, because our astral body, because we can't produce a physical event. There must be a reason why we can't do that. It's very important to find out the cause. Sometimes it's a very small thing. You go out of your body, try to make a physical movement and can't. And how can I, for example, always participate in surgeries, physical things? It's a situation you can see the result right away. You can see it happening. There's no other way. This work continued. At that time, there was no way to film it, there was no way to record it. But further on, I had the possibility to make a recording. But it's like this. I used to record everything, even the exit of the body. Then, you get the movie, and nothing happened. Let's do the experiment of object movement. Nothing happened. But I kept going. I would film it and then delete it, because I couldn't keep all the videos in the card. I was using. Doing it over and over again, one day, doing the experiment, it was no longer a matchbox, it was a feather. I said, at least one feather I have to be able to move. If I can move a feather, I'll find out how this thing works. There you go, I could find a way. If I found the way to have astral projections, increase lucidity, have projections in mental body, discover this wonderful universe, this world, we can do so many good things. Nothing would stop me. I got the feather. I put it on the table, in a place without wind, obviously. If there was wind, I wouldn't have known. And it stayed there. In fact, when I did that, I made a little cardboard box to surround it. There was only one way out. There won't be any wind, there won't be anything. The result was that, the first time I did it, the feather fell on the ground. Look at that. When it happened, I said, I have to do it again, I have to be able to do it again, because I managed to move one step. I did, and the feather fell again. I always think we can't fool ourselves, because that's sad. If there's anything else there, something you didn't foresee, you deceive yourself. I did it one more time, and the feather fell again. I was trying to figure out how I could move that feather. Then I went to the extreme. I got a matchbox, I took all the matches out, and compared the weight of the feather I was using, which was a duck feather, to the matchbox. And the weight was almost the same. I said, is my relationship with them different? It occurred to me that since I love nature, I like things that are created by the universe. A matchbox is something created by us, it's abstract. I mean, I evaluated everything, and said, I'm going to think this way, I'm going to think. What I'm going to do now is to take a leaf. A leaf from a tree, which I was carefully checking their weight, both the weight of the tree leaf and the duck feather, that was. And then, the leaf fell off. I was doing this experiment, and kept going until I could move the objects. It's not just a question of putting your energy into it, you have to feel it. And this feeling is like linking yourself to it, it's like an attachment.
Você tem que sentir, né? E esse sentir é como se você se linkasse aquilo, é como se fosse.
Would you like to participate in a work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.